The Thunder of Nagashino. In the year 1575, the land of Japan bore witness to a pivotal clash that would echo through the annals of history, the Battle of Nagashino. Amidst the verdant hills and rice fields lay a small village that held the spirit of its people within its roots. Here was born a hero named Takashi, a humble farmer whose heart dwelled in the rich soil of his homeland, but whose spirit yearned for justice against the oppressive Takeda clan. Takashi had always known hardship, working the fields with calloused hands while dreaming of a day when freedom would flourish like the rice he sowed. He was no warrior by nature, but the call to rally his people rose within him like a tempest. Word had spread that Takeda Shingen sought to conquer the lands of Mikawa and destroy the Matsudaira clan, ruthless in his ambition. The cries of villagers who lost loved ones, homes, and hope haunted Takashi's dreams. He could no longer remain passive. He would take a stand. With a heart fueled by the roaring fire of resolve, Takashi gathered what few farmers were also skilled with a sword. They were outnumbered, facing the renowned Takeda cavalry, known for their ferocity. But Takashi's mind was sharp. He favored cunning over brute strength. With each day, his ragtag band practiced, attending to their makeshift bows and newly acquired guns, cannons, and arquebuses provided by the Tokugawa clan in exchange for their loyalty. When the day of battle dawned at Nagashino, the sky was a brilliant blue, the sun casting long, warm shadows across the valley. Takashi stood on the hilltop, his heart pounding like a war drum. He gazed upon the sprawling expanse of the Takeda army below, their banners whipping in the breeze, menacing and proud. With a deep breath, he addressed his weary comrades, their faces smeared with dirt and determination. "Brothers and sisters," he called, his voice steady and unwavering. "Today we stand not as mere farmers, but as protectors of our home. It is not the number of men we put on the field that determines victory, but the courage within our hearts. We fight not just for ourselves, but for our loved ones who reside behind us. Let the sound of our voices drown out the rumble of their hooves. Let our resolve ring louder than their drum beats." With that rallying cry, Takashi led his men down from the hill, their spirits ablaze like the summer sun. Every muscle in their bodies felt charged with purpose as they marched towards the field littered with destiny. On the opposite side, Takeda Shingen sat tall upon his steed, eyes fixed upon the cluster of farmers, a sneer etched on his features. "Look at these peasants," Shingen chuckled, "thinking they can challenge the might of Takeda. Let's paint the field with their blood." But in the shadow of Takeda's arrogance, Takashi unveiled his cunning plan. Using the terrain to their advantage, he devised a series of earthen fortifications, falling back in a calculated retreat to lure the horsemen into a trap. As the Takeda cavalry surged forward, eager to crush the underdogs, Takashi signaled his men. "Fire!" With a thunderous roar, the crack of gunfire echoed across the battlefield. Smoke billowed as bullets met flesh, and the first wave of horsemen reeled back in surprise. Takashi's men unleashed a calculated volley, their arquebuses ringing out with a precision they had practiced tirelessly. Yet, the Takeda forces were nothing if not relentless. Their numbers surged forth, and the winds shifted, carrying the scent of fear and blood. As the dust swirled, Takashi knew they required a more desperate gamble. He remembered the stories told by his grandfather about the valorous warriors of old. Channeling their spirit, he charged forward, rallying his men behind him. "Onward, my comrades! Show them the strength of our souls." They surged forward, fighting as one. The essence of their homeland flowed through their veins. Encircled by the enemy, they became a tempest, a flurry of motion coaxed by survival, each movement a dance of defiance. Flashes of steel met the clashing of swords, and though they were outnumbered, their hearts bore the weight of warriors. The ferocity of Takeda's attacks faltered as Takashi maneuvered through the battlefield like a dragon among serpents, finding opportunity in every opening. He leapt over fallen foes, an arrow whistling past his ear as he unleashed a volley towards Takeda's standard-bearer, striking him down and sending shockwaves through the enemy ranks. "Feel our fury!" Takashi bellowed, rallying his men. "We are more than farmers. We are sons and daughters of this land." In a moment of fate, Takeda Shingen turned, rage illuminating his ambitious eyes. He charged towards Takashi, seeking to extinguish the flame of rebellion. The two leaders collided like titans, wooden swords against steel-clad ambition. Blow after blow rang out as they fought, each man struggling for dominance. Takashi's heart beat fiercely with the weight of his people's hopes. In a moment of divine intervention amidst the chaos, the heavens unleashed a torrent of rain, slickening the ground. Takashi seized the advantage, his gaze locked on Shingen. Channeling every drop of energy, he struck, his blade finding its mark. The renowned general faltered, shock and disbelief in his eyes before tumbling from his stallion, defeated. The sight of their leader fallen struck the Takeda army's morale like a knife through water. Like a dam bursting, the tide turned. The farmers turned warriors pressed forward, fueled by the spirit of victory. One by one, the Takeda soldiers fell back, overwhelmed by the unexpected zeal of the defenders. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of crimson and gold, Takashi stood victorious, the weight of his sword heavy in his hand. Around him, cheer erupted like a storm. Groans of men in anguish, joyous laughter, warriors embracing one another. The farmers had transformed, defying the expectations of their oppressors. They had written a new chapter in their history, one where they stood as giants, overcoming the odds laid bare before them. Amidst the battlefield strewn with remnants of war, Takashi raised the flag of their village high, a symbol of hope that would inspire generations to come. Today we are free. Today we fight not just for ourselves, but for all who dare to dream of a world unshackled. And in the heart of Japan, under the embrace of the setting sun, the Battle of Nagashino became more than a tale of conflict. It became a ballad of courage, a testament to the will of the underdogs, reminding the oppressed that in unity there lies unyielding strength.